Mm.
Hello.
Hello.
Gotta mix it up. Mostly.
Okay, so torch didn't go out.
And Fela has that torch.
I don't. He unthrew it to me.
Oh, right. Okay.
He threw it to me.
Okay. Now, if I were to use, say, a ranged attack from here, would I have to be worrying about any sort of cover or anything from it? I know because it's prone, I get a -2, but aside from that. Okay. In that case,
You'd also be provoking attacks of opportunity, I think.
oh, that's right. Good call, Nox. Good call.
Except
Well,
that... And one of those happens to be marked by Drover.
all right, just give me a
As many. Three and a half hours.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start things off. Oh, actually, wins. Okay. So to start things off, what I think I'm going to do is I'm first going to begin by doing a gloaming cut, targeting the zombie that's to the marked zombie to the north of me. So I'll move. Oh wait, that's right. The bot. Oh wait, no, they've just been melted into goop, right? Okay, would it count as difficult terrain? No, the dead one, right? Alex. Okay, well, in that case, I am. Screw it. I cannot allow this opportunity to go by. I am going to. I will. I'm very. Oh wait. I know that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm just. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think. Yeah, I know. But the problem is, I really want to attack that white right now while I have a bunch of advantage on it. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm just going to, so Adha sees that the beast has been knocked down. She feels this weird sense of just luck welling up in her, somehow tied to it failing to hit her before. That same instance of luck is now guiding her. And though she's surrounded, though she knows that it's risky, she also knows that she needs to play the odds, and she prepares this thrumming orb of energy that strobes lights before letting loose a chromatics orb at it. Reflex. Yeah, good. I know, it makes me so happy. And sneak attack is 1d6, right?
Two.
Oh, 2d6. Okay, that would be 30. Oh, the game. Light. Now, what?
I just realized I've been muted this entire time. For
Oh.
14 minutes of recording this episode. Well, nothing I can really do about it now.
Well, normally it's like a radio show when you forget something there because you forget to create the video stream. Now it'll be like a silent movie.
Oh my god, I wish somebody had told me earlier. It's okay though, thanks for letting me know. So at this point, you've been watching possibly 14 minutes of YouTube video that has no sound. This is Josiah Plays Dungeons & Dragons, the Scions of the Sacred Campaign. We're playing with Nox, Jen, and Scito. They're engaged in battle, and Everything has been very quiet up until now. Sorry. Oh, no. Because you guys could hear me on Discord, so I somehow forgot that I...
paused the...
Yeah, we paused it, so we had no
I
clue.
somehow forgot that I wasn't audible on the stream. This is terrible. Okay, let's just...
Terrible.
Let's just move on. Alright, so Scito just blasted
And I
this
get to
white
slide.
with an incredible chromatic orb of lightning damage that left a huge hole in the creature, and it made a hideous sound. And it was kind of amazing. And now you get to slide him. Like 4 squares or something. So where do you want to slide him?
Well, you know, there's some spikes back there that are looking pretty spiky.
Spiky spikes. Yeah.
So I'm thinking now, just to double check here, since I can sort of control where the orb went, could I have made it such that it will fling it into the crystals that are nearest to it, or does it have to be the one that's further away?
I don't understand your question.
Okay, well, do I have to fling it into...
It's a slide, so you could move it anywhere.
Okay, well
He
then I'm
wants-
just gonna toss it right into the crystals that are right there in front of it.
Yeah,
So
so, when you're doing force movement, you can always do less than the amount. So if it says you can slide it 4 squares, that means you can slide it 4 squares, or 3, or 2, or 1, or 0.
Oh no, I was just meaning based on the angle of which I was throwing the orb, that sort of thing.
Oh no, with a slide you can move them in any direction you want. Basically, you pick it up with the crackling lightning and like move it through the air.
Okay,
and then
well,
slam it back down.
then in that case, I am tossing them right into those spikes that are right next to it.
All right, it gets another saving throw to avoid going in there, which it fails. So now, in addition to the 30 damage you just dealt, it's gonna go into the spikes and take another 9 points of damage from the spikes, and it is now bloodied. That was pretty good. However, these 2 zombies are both going to attack you now as an opportunity attack because you
go ahead, guys.
made a
It's
ranged
okay.
attack next to them. So the one to the north does not manage to grab you. The one to the southwest, that's probably going to get you. That's 18 versus armor class.
Yeah, that gets me.
So it starts gnawing away at your arm, dealing 5 points of damage. You're not bloodied, right? No.
No, I'm
5
good.
points of damage, and you are also now grabbed. And you are taking ongoing 5 damage unless you escape.
Drover would also like to react with Warden's Grasp against the one that's marked that just made its attack.
Oh, okay. How does that work exactly?
I just rolled odd on my... Yeah, I rolled... Oh, 1 sec. Oh no, I rolled even. Ah, damn. Let me just see here.
On what? Your attack roll? You rolled odd on your attack roll. Oh, you rolled twice.
Would the 15 have hit it?
Yes.
Okay, well, it wouldn't be fair if I picked that one, would it?
I'd say you could pick whichever one you want.
Oh. Oh, well, in that case, I'll pick the 15. In that case, I get to make I can also make a saving throw against this thing that just grabbed me, right?
It's not a save thing, no.
Oh, right. Okay, well, then never mind. I'll just pick the first one, but that wouldn't have raised my AC. So this proved to be completely pointless. Awesome.
Yeah, that's true. So you're grabbed, and Drover is doing a Warden's Grasp.
Yeah, he's going to growl out, "Back off her!" and is going to make a sweep with his shield and cause vines to wrap around this zombie and throw it into the spikes that are to the one to the south west.
Oh, nice. It's a 1 square slide. That makes Warden's Grasp really cool on this map.
And it always hits.
Yeah, it's going to try avoiding going into the spikes, and it fails. It goes into the spikes, and it is killed.
Oh my god.
And it is killed. There's now a dead body impaled on those spikes. Okay, so Scito, you have taken a standard action thus far.
Sure have, and I know what you're thinking. And, I mean, I've got that action point, I've got a clear line of sight to it, and I have still got that combat advantage, so I'm thinking that I might spend an action point and toss something else at it.
I would.
Although I'm not quite clear how this would work in terms of the opportunity attack.
Creature can only take one opportunity attack per turn.
Oh, right. Okay, in that case, I think because also it gets no defense against it thanks to my Chaos Burst at the start of the day. I'm going to toss a Chaos Bolt at it, I believe. So Adha has now got, after dodging one attack and now being gnawed on the back by another one, and seeing this other one that just attempted to attack her all of a sudden just fly into the crystals, rather oddly, she's now looking at this thing, and it's just lying there impaled on the crystals, and it's begging for another attack. And so while this one creature is still gnawing on her, which is rather unpleasant,
yeah,
she draws from deep inside of her and prepares another wave of energy, this time in the form of a Chaos Bolt, which he flings at it. Again, as the freaking zombie is just banging, which I just love that image of just this zombie just hanging off her, and she's still just going, okay, yep, okay, and tossing it at it.
Okay, let's see some attack roll. You've got double combat advantage still. It's still prone. So it's the same as before. A -1 to hit, but 2 rolls.
Okay, I get to roll 3 times apparently.
Yeah, you can re-roll that one. Oh!
I don't think I need to re-roll.
Critical
I like my song.
hit. How you like that shit? Baby, that's what you get. Another critical hit.
Oh, that feels good. And also there's something that happens when I get a critical hit. I need to double check on that. But so that thing is going to enjoy a love.
Alright, so what you do is you roll 1d6. That's all you roll. Everything else gets maximized. Including... Oh, you can't sneak attack again because you don't have slaying action feat yet. But you do 19 points plus a d6. 23 more points of damage. The creature howls out in rage and fury. And it's looking very rough, actually. It's looking almost destroyed by your chaotic energies tearing through it, ripping pieces of it, sending them flying. It's barely holding itself together. What happens when you get a critical hit?
I apparently get to slide it again.
What is that because of?
Unfettered power.
Unfettered what? Oh, unfettered power. Part of your chaos magic thing. Slide the target 1 square and knock it prone. Right, okay. So, do
Oh
you
wait,
want to slide it somewhere?
because I rolled a 1, does that also mean that I have to push every creature within me 1 square?
No, you only get 1 result, no matter how many dice you actually roll.
Okay.
So,
Okay, just wanted to be sure. All right. Well, could I push it further into those spikes?
no, not really.
Ah.
The only thing you could do is move it off the spikes so that it could potentially be moved onto the spikes again
Oh,
by
that's
someone else.
yeah. You know what? Hey, Nox, do you wanna play catch with me?
Nice. Well, it could have an acid bath or whatever that green stuff is.
Yeah, did
but
we figure that out yet?
the undead things just go right through it, and they don't care at all about it.
So it only hurts us.
Yeah, you've seen the zombies walk right through it with no ill effect.
Yeah. So are you up for catching it?
I'm up for catching it.
Okay, I'm gonna slide it then towards Nox again. So directly north.
You guys should
Okay.
do this in character.
Well, remember, in character, right now you're supposed to not show too much personality.
I suppose that's true.
So you don't want to get too jaunty.
Oh, trust
Dirk
me.
the Bard like up in here.
If
Odd,
I
I can't
show
help
the
it.
full range, she would be doing a fist pump right now. Even though again, there's a freaking zombie on her back just gnawing away at her.
It's a very rude zombie.
If someone could get that off of me, I'd actually be extremely appreciative.
Well, you've got a move action still.
Well, yeah, I have a move action, which is completely useless.
Well, it's a move action, I believe, to try to escape from a grab.
Oh, okay. Is that
It
just
is.
is that just the standard saving throw sort of thing, or what?
It's
or-
either an acrobatics check or an athletics check.
Oh wait, the that chaos bolt, that was a 20, so the secondary attack triggers.
Oh, Nox. Let me see if there's any that are in range. Thank you, Nox.
Oh yeah, totally.
See, Nox he's handy for any party to have around. He's a
Yay.
multi-tool that's also a cow.
Yeah, you can hit the one that's grabbing you
Sweet.
with your secondary attack. Oh, and the chaos bolt is really cool.
Okay, and does this one have any disadvantage, or is it just a straight up?
It's just
Oh, and you know what? Want to know what the best part is? This thing missed me last time, so I have combat advantage against it.
When did it miss you?
It missed me. Remember last time when they were all charging in, they were trying to grab me? The one to the north actually did grab me, ended up getting killed by Nox. This one tried to grab me, but it failed.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, combat advantage. Plus, that's a +2. Plus, yeah, it's just a +2. Yes, boss, he got a 1 and then re-rolled to a 20.
And now I get
And
to
it-
reroll again.
And another 1 that he gets to re-roll.
17
Okay.
versus Will.
Yeah, definitely. You crush its will. That is going to kill it, unless... Nope, it kills it. It collapses into a bloody, rotting heap, and you are no longer grabbed, because the grabber is dead.
Thank you
Pretty
very
good.
much. Now, Nox. And now I get to move.
Now
You actually get to
move.
attack again with it since it was even.
It was odd.
It was odd.
No. Oh, the result was odd. It's the result, not the actual die roll, I think.
No, it's the roll, I believe.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I've
they-
always been looking at like it's the I'm honestly not sure.
Shouldn't it be the roll? That makes more sense.
It is the roll, not the result.
Oh shit.
So yeah, you do get another attack against whichever one you
I
want.
love Chaos Bolt so much. So I think I'm gonna hit that one that's north of Jen then. Unless I can ricochet it back at the white again.
No, you
No,
can't do that.
It has to be a different
I'm
target.
gonna go after that one up there. I don't get any extra combat advantage, but I do get oh god, I love this move so much. Versus Will.
Which one? The one north of Jen?
Yep.
Alright, that one also is slain by your rebounding chaotic
And the roll was
energy.
even. So guess what's happening?
No, it's not infinite. It's only up to 3 times.
Oh, it is.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me
No.
read this carefully. Repeat the secondary attack. So then when you repeat the secondary attack, yeah, it isn't. You can use it basically infinitely if you keep rolling even numbers.
Okay. Well then, now the bolt again, just having ricocheted off the knocking thing. Oh my god, this move fits Adha's character so ridiculously perfectly. It's awesome. It's just like this random, awesome. I love it. Sorry, I'm just not used to having this many good things happen. I'm still getting over the events of my solo campaign, even almost a year on. And that's right, Nox. Exactly.
Hashtag pinball wizard.
Alright, and now the bolt is going to go flying back at that hungerer that apparently really hungers for Jen. I don't know why it does that, but...
It's really hungry. Alright, at the hungerer.
Wah, wah.
That time, it did not succeed.
Well,
So, your chaos energy slams into the wall next to the hungerer, and it hisses. But it doesn't strike it. However, you did do a shit ton of damage to the white and killed 2 other zombies. So, you're feeling pretty good.
I'm pretty content about that.
So, what you've got now is a move action.
Yeah.
And a minor action, I think.
Oh, of course, I don't really have too much I can do with my minor actions, unfortunately, as of yet. It's really, that's I think, my major thing right now as a character that separates me from being able to pull the awesome stuff that Nox can do. I mean, seriously, that one last round, Nox, I'm still very impressed with that.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I can still move. In which case, I guess, since that thing is going to be hitting soon, I think it'd probably be a good idea for me to get away from Jen and thus make it such that the window for critical hits for her is lower.
Okay.
Oh, and she can also see in the dark. Well, should I move that far? Yeah, I should.
You know it's 2 squares for each one of those bodies you move through.
Yeah, and I only move through. God, it's such a mess right now. So I move through 1 body.
2.
Oh well, I'm fine. This is where I would be ending off anyway, so that would be my move action.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright. Cool, good turn. The white is going to stand up. He is going to flow into the body next to him and reappear elsewhere outside of the light where you cannot see him.
I can still see him.
You can still see him, yes.
And I suppose that means that that Nox doesn't get an opportunity attack while it's doing this.
No, it just teleported. You don't get any opportunity attacks and teleports. He doesn't stand up, actually. He stays prone. He just teleports. Remains
He's
prone
just
where he lands.
back and teleporting.
Yes, just teleporting around, lying on the ground. And he is going to raise his arms with the purple lightning and call forth the dead to do his bidding. Animation returns to these corpses. and bodies rise. This whole GM layer thing is pissing me off. Hold on a second. Okay. Being serious right now. Hold on. Having technical Roll20 difficulties.
Maybe the Chaos Bolt ricocheted and hit Roll20.
Yeah, for reals though.
Nice.
The Chaos Bolt did hit Roll20. Okay, hold on. So these assholes appear as they rise up from the ground. And then he is going to send that crackling purple lightning into the head of one of the zombies as it transforms and becomes empowered into another hungerer. I don't know why I bothered to put this token out
Is
there.
it still on its back?
The white is still on his back, yes.
God damn.
I guess he didn't put it on his head. He just puts it on his foot and transforms him.
I was really hoping that thing it did with the hunger was a one-time deal. Shite.
Me too.
Okay. That's all the white's got in them. So, the hungerer over here is still weakened. It's going to come after Fela again. Moves down here, and then it charges at you wildly. Wild charge. With his claws. Oh no!
What?
Why they?
Critical hit!
I don't have that much health.
Well, this will hurt a little bit.
I did a lot last time.
Yeah, the claws sink into you and just rip a chunk out of your side, exposing a little bit of bare rib to the air as you take 18 damage. And he slides you one square. Make a saving throw. You fail. You go into the spikes. And take another 6 damage. As you are impaled on the crystal spikes and fall unconscious, your blood gushing out of you, covering the translucent crystal with dark red flowing blood. Wait!
I'm thinking the same thing.
You guys forgot something. You forgot something, and what you forgot was that this creature is weakened. Thanks to your Beacon of Hope, it does half damage. So instead of 18, you only took 9. So even after being slid into the spikes, you are still alive at 5 hit points.
May I recommend chugging your health potion?
I would personally think of using a power.
Beacon of Hope saved you. It saved you. Okay, so that one is done.
Spikes, you mean?
Wait, what? Eyes of
Yeah,
Selune?
to save against the spikes, I guess.
Oh yeah, that would be a good thing to use.
Just a thought.
You want to use
Yeah,
that?
might as well.
Okay. Roll that saving throw again.
Yay!
No! Selune has failed you! There
I
is
knew
no
it.
Selune here. She cannot reach you in this place. So unfortunately, no. Even the blessing of your mother does not save you. But you're still awake. You got 5 hit points. And this creature is done. Now the other hungerer over here is going to move and charge. Charges Drover.
Oh, he made a big mistake there.
He probably did, but what can he do? Charge to here and push Drover. Well, not necessarily push him, but hit him anyway. Try to hit him. Okay, let's see. When Twisted Hungerer charging. Not gonna hit you though. 15 versus armor class. Which form are you in right now? You're in form of the Fearsome Ram, but you're also in Minotaur form still, right?
Yes.
So you still have your shield and everything. You're able to push your shield
Yeah.
up and bash away his swinging claws. To no ill effect. That's the Hungerer's turn. Fela! So now everybody that was weakened is no longer weakened. And everybody that was...
Flag on me. That's why I'm actually, I don't remember what I have this flag on me for.
That's the torch. That indicates that you're carrying the torch.
I don't know what.
The zombies are on the turn order, boss. They're the twin-twisted rotters. Of course, there aren't many zombies left now.
Somebody needs to kill this thing next to me. There's also another one, so...
You are highly bloodied.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot what that yellow mark I put on you guys was. Usually I use yellow in... Oh, that means you've used your action point. Oh, you
yeah.
all get a
I did,
get a yellow mark now then. Okay, because you've all used your action point.
What's that one other symbol on Drover, speaking of symbols?
That's a symbol indicating that you're in the form of the Fearsome Ram.
Okay.
We handle rotters, so you don't have to. Nice.
Alright, I don't know. I feel like I need to protect myself for a while. Ugh. We haven't even hit this thing down here, have we?
I hit it once with a Chaos Bolt ricochet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it hasn't been hurt very badly. Yet.
I'm wondering if I should just, like, go and shroud myself instead of healing.
If you should do what?
Just go into the cloud so that nobody can see me.
Oh yeah, your darkness thing is a really good defensive move.
Like, it sucks he gets to go before me every time, because last time I used my minor action to like set up Scito, but I really feel like I just want to be away from this thing and the other thing.
Well, if it's within your cloud, of course, here's the problem. If it's within your cloud, Scito can't see it to hit it either.
Well, I would like move and then sit within my own cloud so it couldn't come after me. Yeah. Basically. So I'm not getting hit anymore, because then I wouldn't be using the rest of my healing on myself.
Yeah, exactly.
But
well, couldn't you cloak yourself and then hit it with an astral seal?
That was what I was thinking to do. I was just wondering how hard it was, but the astral seal, it doesn't matter. I can just use it anytime. So.
And while you're sitting in your cloud, unseeable by the creature, you automatically get combat advantage against it.
I think that's what I'll do, and then hope you guys can kill it and the other one, and maybe I can use the...
Now, if only Scito's character can get some way to see through magical darkness, you guys can pull some nonsense.
We need to try and figure that out later. I think I will move up a little bit, and then... Oh my god, my computer is fucking up. Hold on. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
We can hear you.
Okay. I can't move. Okay. Hold on a sec while my computer comes back. Something is wrong with the screen, and so now it's flashing and I can't see the game. Where is the best place to move? Am I still allowed to ask this? I was thinking of moving up and above the body. That's north of me.
I mean, yeah, you could move there. You could actually move, I mean... one second, let me see the range on it.
It's 2. It's normally 1, but it's 2 because I have another power. Sorry, my computer is like, I can't see anything right now. Ugh.
No, I was talking about astral seal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you could actually move up to, yeah, you could move up to 3 up there, so... Yeah, you could get quite far away from this thing, or you could move closer to us. Of course, actually, it wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea to move closer to us. Actually, couldn't she cloak us in her darkness?
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to see.
Yeah,
you can't. I can't see out from the darkness.
No, you're completely blind if you're inside the radius of the darkness.
Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. Don't come to me. Yes. You could move up, like...
I think I want to move above that body, but I'm sorry, my computer screen is just like, I need to like plug another screen into it or something. Of course, all the technical problems happen today.
That's weird. I can't make the select thing where it shows like a circle.
You can't do what?
You know, where you click on an area and then it shows a ping, basically?
You just hold the button down, the left button.
I know, that's why I'm doing that, but for some reason it won't let me.
Oh, I don't know why.
Oh, there we go. Now it did it.
I mean, it doesn't really matter precisely where you move if you're going to move up and put yourself in darkness. Keep yourself in range of them, you know. I'd move to, like, here, maybe.
Yeah, that's where I was doing my pointy thing.
Wait, no. You can't be there, because then Scito will still be in the darkness. You have to
Oh,
be,
that's right. Well, yeah. I forgot.
You have to be over one more. Like here.
Would she still be in range of Astral Seal?
If you're right here, you'll still be in range of Astral Seal. I think it's range 5. Yeah, it is.
So in other words, yeah, we definitely need to make this more complicated with your idea, Josiah. It's something that needs to happen.
I agree. Also, I was thinking about massively house ruling the game to, like, I just want to try something. I want to try something crazy. And, like, get rid of randomness somehow. It should be a huge amount of work to make it work. But I might
That
not
would
even
be-
do that for this game. I just want to try it for some game.
That would be hard, especially considering Adha is so luck-based. Like on the randomness of the rolls themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a perfect spot, Jen. Could do a Joe Deaver and have a range of numbers all do one thing. That's true, boss. The way I was thinking about doing it was simply subtracting 10 from every number in the game, basically, except not hit points, but like all the defenses, attacks, everything. Or I should say, subtracting 10 from all of the defenses and such. Then your attack would simply be whatever your plus to hit is. And so that would be it. But then instead of the randomness of the die, what that would do mathematically is it would be saying that you always roll a 10. You just always roll a 10. So your result is always 10 plus your bonus. But then instead of randomness determining when you are lucky and when you're not, you'd have like a pool of like a resource. And when you're ready to go, by the way, Jen, just, you know, I don't know what your technical difficulties you're currently experiencing are. I don't know if you can even hear us. Because we can't hear you. Anyway, you'd have like a pool of like a resource that you could spend, kind of like how you spend effort in Numenera. Hey, what's up, Jen?
Okay, I was wondering why you cut me off in the middle of my narration.
We couldn't hear you.
Yeah, we couldn't hear a word.
I was like, well, that was rude, okay.
I thought you were just like either trying to figure out what to do or trying to figure out your technical problems.
No, the Discord was actually telling me it could hear me and it couldn't. But yeah, okay, I'm ready. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, what are you doing?
Well, you can finish if you... Yeah.
No, I want you to do your thing now.
Okay, so I'm terrified of the thing that's been beating me to death. This is what I was saying, something like this. And so I just, ran like a bat out of hell as far away as I could, or at least to a spot that I considered optimum. And remembering long ago, the darkness that I took into my heart and how comforting it was and how beautiful. I'm going to summon up this cloud around me for 2 spaces. I don't know how you indicate that. And just kind of sit in there. On top of a corpse pile. And so I guess I'm just in that. And that's going to be my minor action. And then I'm going to astral seal this thing, I think. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Oh, there you go. You did that. Good job. Thank you.
That's your darkness. So you moved, you minor action to darkness. Right?
And then
Is it normally a... Yeah, okay, burst 2 is what it's supposed to be with
it
Clutch of
is
Darkness.
for me. Yeah, not normally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then you have a standard action, you're going to Astral Seal?
Yes. So, within this darkness, I find a little bit of silvery light that I can extend to this fucking creature that's been clawing me to death for 3 turns in a row. And I just lash out at it with Astral Seal. Oh no, wait. Is that against a friend or it's against me?
What do you mean?
Oh, no. It's against the thing. Oh, sorry. In the description, it's a little confusing. I'm trying to read the description.
Okay, so that's a +8 versus reflex, but it does have cover from the spikes between you and it.
Oh, right. The spikes.
You get a +1 for narration, you get a -2 for cover. That's a
Should I
net
have moved more
-1.
to the right?
Well, for
Or is
it
there
to not
still-
have cover at all, you would have had to move pretty far. For it to not have cover at all, you have to draw a line from a corner of your square to every single corner of its square without passing through something. Which
Uh-oh.
means you pretty much have to be somewhere on, you know, somewhere on this line, or somewhere on... You'd have to be somewhere on this line, or somewhere along here, or somewhere...
Yeah, I could
right
be in the
here.
corner, I guess, but... Okay, so what do I lose for that?
You're at a net -1, so your total is a +7 versus reflex. Oh! You have astrally sealed it, so your divine light that comes up out of you. Again, you strangely feel that you're not pulling this from an outside source like a god. It's coming from within you. And the silvery glow of the astral sea surrounds this creature. So it makes it easier for your allies to hit, and the next person who hits it gets some hit points back. And I guess that's all you can do since you don't have an action point left. Alright, so this thing is astrally sealed. Let me indicate that with bacon. Alright.
I love the bacon.
The Rotter's turn. Well, there's only a couple of them up here. And they're not exactly super fast. Okay, so both of them run, which for them is just a fast shuffle as they lurch forward, but both of them are granting combat advantage because they ran. And that's it for their turn. Drover, what you gonna do?
Okay, so we had zombies fall, the white ran away, teleported away, more zombies come in, being charged. Drover's going to turn at this thing that just came right after him, spin around on his heels, face it, and is going to take a swipe at it with Strength of Stone.
Okay. That teleport had line of sight, boss. And even if it didn't, it doesn't need teleport. This ability that he's got doesn't even need line of sight. You could put a whole wall across the center of the arena, he could still teleport past it.
And that'll do it for Drover.
Maybe I should have...
no! Critical miss. That sucks. Yeah, and that ends your turn immediately.
Yeah, I should know. I should have Nature's Wrathed it first, but yeah.
Alright, so you try to swing your mighty stone warhammer at this undead abomination, and instead, you go whooshing, and you slip on the blood and ichor under your feet from these dead bodies. Almost stumble back into the pool of poison, but you manage to catch yourself firmly on your back hoof. But you waste a few seconds righting yourself. And that's all you can do, sadly. It makes it Scito's turn.
At least, on the bright side, at least you didn't lose hold of your warhammer and have it fly off into the darkness and suddenly hear a screaming elf.
Roll d6.
Good point.
Okay, you're good. The torch stays lit.
Alright. So, Adha sees more of these creatures coming in from the back, but she also looks down. She sees this thing that was just attacking her companion, and all of a sudden this blast of just bizarre darkness comes out, swiftly followed by this weird strand of silvery light that has now entangled the beast. So, peeking around the corner of this darkness that is in front of her, she now sees her opportunity and prepares another Chaos Bolt straight for this creature.
Sounds good. You've got combat advantage. Just one combat advantage in this case. Which is a +2 to hit. And a +1 for narration, so... you can do it. Chaos Bolt's amazing too because it's against will. And most creatures have a low will.
Alright, 15.
Alright, you easily crush this thing's mind with your chaotic magic. As you can see its skull weakening. Foul slime dripping from its ears. And what kind of damage are we working with here?
Give me 1d10 plus 9 plus my sneak attack.
Yes, 1d10 plus 9 plus 2d6. Some good damage for every round at will. Oh! That was an amazing roll. That was an amazing roll. Alright, you strike this thing for an incredible amount of chaotic energy. It is now bloodied. It stumbles, staggers, almost falls. It reaches out towards you with one claw, as though to grapple you, but it's too far away, of course. But it looks badly hurt by what you've just done. What else are you doing?
So heal.
Oh, and you heal for charisma modifier +2. So...
wait.
6 points.
Plus Beacon of Hope.
No, Beacon of Hope doesn't apply to this, because Beacon of Hope is only direct heals. Doesn't count for Astral Seal.
Okay, I'm good.
It's not for surges.
Hold on, I remember there was... let me check
it's restore with the healing power, but I'm not sure what that...
let me check the errated version, because I remember they nerfed it. Because we used to use it with Beacon of Hope, or Astral Seal all the time, and then I remember we couldn't anymore. What does Beacon of Hope say?
Until the end of the encounter, whenever you restore hit points with a healing power.
Yeah, that is what it says. Whenever you restore hit points with a healing power.
Not sure.
Yeah, so Beacon of Hope should apply to... I mean, I've heard arguments both ways that you're not really restoring the hit points with Astral Seal. They're restoring them when they hit... but I think it still seems good that you could do it with Astral Seal and Beacon of Hope together.
Yeah, I seem to remember that Drover healed 11 during the fight with that Id Fiend.
Yeah.
With this combo.
So you'll heal 11. How much... did you change your hit points on there at all?
I did, and now that means I get to gain a whopping 1 more because that will fill me up.
Oh, okay.
full health again, which will probably not be lasting once this thing comes after me.
Alright, so you hit it. You healed some from the astral energy of the gods, flowing from this creature to you, knitting your wounds closed, and, what happens next?
Oh, right, I still can move and do... Oh, that's right, thank God. Okay. Well, I'm going to be getting the hell away from this thing.
Do you want to run through the green pools? They might heal you some more.
I think I'm going to run into the dark with my good buddy Fela.
Okay, good idea.
There we go.
You should move next to me so I can freak you out.
I'm not going next to you because I want to make... I mean, wait. Actually, I forget. How long does her darkness thing last?
It's just until the end of my turn, I think. Yeah.
I'm a little more wondering, is that torchlight able to survive in magical darkness?
No, once you move in there, the torch... Well, no, the torch doesn't go out. It's just the light isn't shining currently.
Oh,
because
right.
It can't shine out of there.
I can't do that to Dear Nox. I have to keep him... Okay,
Suddenly, everyone's in darkness.
Yes. In that case, I'm going to go... like that. And for my minor action, can I try and set fire to these bodies? Because I'm really getting sick of this thing raising them from the dead.
Yeah, you can try to set fire to a nearby body with your torch, but not as a minor action, though. That would take a while. They're not, like, super flammable. In fact, they're kind of wet and slimy more than... So, I mean, they're not really... I mean, you could probably set them on fire, but not as a minor action. Unless you just want to throw your torch down right there and wait for it to do its thing.
You might as well.
Unless it goes out and then me and Nox are basically screwed. So no, I'm just gonna sit here with my torch.
Okay. Alright, you're in a good spot.
You should throw me the torch.
Alright, the white's turn, who is still prone. He will teleport. He will cause some nonsense to happen. He will raise forth more of the undead to do his bidding. And then he will empower one of them.
Oh, come
transforming
on.
it into a hungerer. Transforming it into yet another hungerer. And he remains prone. Okay. The hungerer's turn. First, the one down here that's been astrally sealed. Astrally sealed. Is going to, and is very bloodied, is going to come after... Oh, he can't come after Fela because she can't be seen. I mean, he could try, but it'd be a total clusterfuck. So he's going to have to come after Drover, it looks like. He's going to charge at Drover to here. And he's going to attack Drover with his claws, with combat advantage from flanking, and with a +1 for charging. He will have +8.
It can hit from that far away?
What do you mean? It's right next to him.
Oh, I see what you mean.
This one right here.
Yeah, that one isn't right next to Drover, though.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
What are you seeing? Drover's right
Right-
here.
I don't see that on my map. Oh, this is weird.
Hold on, try logging out of Roll20 and back in real quick. Your map might have not have updated or something weird like that. Alright, here we go. Against Drover. No! His claws rake against Drover's armor. Harmlessly. Not harming him at all. That's what harmlessly means, Josiah. And he accomplishes nothing with this blow. Then the other Hungerer
Oh, okay, there you go.
attacks with combat advantage against Drover. Actually, yeah, it's going to. I think that's a +7 versus AC. What's Drover's AC? Higher than that,
20.
right? Yeah, so again, you batter its attack away with your shield, and it makes a frustrated sound. After it does that, though, it will shift right here, coming closer to Adha.
Hey there, buddy.
Okay. That's it for these guys. And then there's the new one. Get this the hell out of the way. There's the new one, which is quite quick. It's gonna charge. Hold on, where was it? It was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's going to charge to here. And it's going to attempt to feed the hungry. Oh, it can't do that on a charge. All it can do is claw you. And again, it's not enough to get through your thick hide. So all of these things are trying to maul you, and they're failing miserably. Which would make it Fela's turn. Drover is definitely too beefy.
Hide of steel.
What's Fela gonna do?
Oh my god, is it my turn already? I spent
Already?
like most of that round fucking fixing my computer.
Is your computer working now?
None of my computers are working, but this one is temporarily working. Oh my god. I don't know what happened. Okay, nothing can get me in here, so
Oh, does your darkness still last that long?
it lasts until the end of my turn.
Yeah, it's the end of next turn when you use it, so.
So, well, like when I'm done here, it's gone.
So, not really safe in there. Yes.
Possibly. I did not have even time to plan anything. Sorry. Let's see.
But hey, you know that hunker down there, it sure looks like it really wants another chaos bolter like hitting it, doesn't it?
I mean,
Ooh, actually, I think I might be able to do some magic soon.
Some magic, huh?
Okay. Something's happening. I don't know. I think I kind of have to heal. I can't see.
Scito gets that lucky I'm quitting? What do you mean, boss? You're sitting on your fat 5 hit points. All them hit points.
And we do all still have our healing potion.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
and wins.
you do have a healing potion, second win. Jen still has all kinds of heals. You've used one healing word, right?
Yeah, I've used one. I don't know if I should use the other one. Probably not.
You've got a healing word, you've got Healer's Mercy.
I'm thinking of just trying to kill this thing.
That's not a bad idea.
And I mean, if you can kill it, then I get to do some other fun stuff with these other guys, so...
If I get hit again, I'll probably die, though.
As a note, though, in the future, guys, we need to work on our tactics to try and minimize the number of times our healer is getting hit. That's typically not the way this is supposed to be working.
Yeah, I was really getting owned. Gosh, I really don't want to use another healing word on myself. But
A lot of options, a lot of possibilities.
yes, and people
What
are coming
will
in
you
and
do?
talking to me. Sorry. Literally. Okay. How much does my healing potion do?
10 points.
It's not bad. And that's just a standard action, I guess.
I thought healing potion was, if you're drinking, it's just a minor action.
Yeah, it's 2 minor actions, effectively. One to pull it out and one to drink it.
Okay, so if you just stay there, Jen, and you don't move, you can then
Okay.
pull it out and drink it. Instead of a standard action.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stand where I am. Pull it out and drink it.
Alright, so you lose a healing surge, you gain 10 hit points. You're still bloodied,
Oh my god.
but you're not immediately about to be dead. And you've still got a standard action remaining. Drinking that
That
crystal.
thing is gonna die if I hit it with like mostly anything. So what did I have the best chance? So its will was really low. Does anyone? I think the reflex was pretty low too. No, that was the regular guys.
Well, you could just be super defiant at it.
That, yeah.
I still love that you have an ability to kill enemies by glaring silently.
Staring at them.
Just so you know, you still haven't made a successful religion check on these things yet, either.
I thought I did at the beginning. Or
No,
was
you
it?
failed. You rolled really low.
Ah, shoot.
But that's a minor action, though.
Oh, I already took 2, so I can't really do that. Unless I was to give up the possibility of actually killing the one that's been attacking me. Which I feel like I should just do so that no one else has to deal with it. Does anyone else?
There's a possibility you could kill one. It really depends.
If I spend an action to do a religion check? You mean?
Oh, well, if you do that, you'll be out of actions for this round.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that, but... Alright.
I'm getting worried that if these things die, something horrible happens, like they explode or something.
There's the possibility.
That would be interesting.
Alright, maybe I should just do a religion check then.
Well, I mean, you gotta decide what you want to do. I mean, really, a lot of things could be good, so...
Some things could be bad. That's the problem. Fine, I'll look at them and hope somebody kills that one before next time.
I'm sure that whatever you do, it will work out for the best.
Oh, totally. I don't know. Alright, fine. I'm gonna see what I know about these disgusting looking things with half of a face. Because I'm curious. Like that.
Corpse shame.
Don't corpse shame. I really want to know what their weight loss secret is.
No rot shaming. What was that?
Nothing.
What attack did you just attempt?
I did not attack it. I wanted to see what they were.
Oh, that was your religion check?
It was the worst.
Oh, it was the worst. Wow. Man, that information would be really helpful, too. Too bad you keep failing those.
Fuck.
Well, at least you're in darkness. Oh, wait.
Only for a minute. Until... Well, I mean...
If you spend one fate point, you can make that a 10. Which will be enough to get the minimum amount of information.
Jen, for the love of God.
Should I spend more than one fate point to do something else? Like, what's his rerolls 2?
2 fate points, you can re-roll it.
I guess I might as well. Seems like throwing good money after bad, but fine.
So you're gonna re-roll it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see it. You can do this. Oh, much better.
Nice.
Okay, so you know that these guys are undead, and you know that many types of undead are vulnerable to radiant damage, and that these in particular look very vulnerable to radiant damage. Meaning, if you hit them with radiant damage, it'll do a lot of extra damage. You also think that they're resistant to necrotic and probably cold damage as well, because they sort of have an aura of cold around them. And you think they're probably completely immune to poison, disease, fear, charm, and sleep, which is why they were immune to Nox's terrifying moo. But I don't think you guys have a lot of charm and sleep type powers anyway, so that won't really matter. But yeah.
In other words, Nox, don't try and Nox bluff them.
So hitting them with radiant damage, you think, will be extremely effective.
Well, I feel like I should have just done that. Oh well.
Well, now you know. Okay.
I have nothing else to do.
Rotter's turn. Here they come. What will they do? They'll come and try to grab a gnaw on some people. This one's no longer granting combat advantage. No longer granting combat advantage. Oh, and your darkness is gone.
Yeah.
This one's gonna come up here and then charge at Adha like so. It's going to try to grab you. 20 versus armor class is going to hit.
Hey, grab me.
So you have been grabbed. You take 5 points of damage. I just took it off. And then you get all the little symbols. Grabbedness. Ongoing damageness. Good times for everyone. The other one here is going to charge to here and also try to grab Adha. They're going to feast down on you. If indeed they can. Nope! It tries to grab you and it just gets nothing but empty air and it kind of gets tangled up in its own arms and almost trips itself. It's kind of comical. If you weren't in such a dire situation surrounded by the living dead trying to eat your soul, it would actually be pretty funny.
Yeah, like that one that's eating me right now.
These rotters over here. It's just gonna full out run this way and grant combat advantage. Grant combat advantage. This one's gonna run here and grant combat advantage from running. So they all just came running at you guys. That's the end of their turn. Drover, what will you do?
Okay. Drover's going to see all of these creatures just come in and, begin attacking and battering on him. And he's just going to just let out just a mooing roar, and he's going to mark everything around him with Nature's Wrath.
Nature's Wrath. So it's going to mark every adjacent creature, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. Includes all of the big guys. What is this bacon symbol on him? Oh, that's over.
No, that
the
was
asterisk.
for mine, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, you've marked them all. Now what?
Okay. Then he is going to wheel around and he's going to bring his warhammer down on the one directly to the south of him, once again calling upon the strength of stone to bolster him against these attacks.
Strength of stone, hungers to the left of me, Fela to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with Moo. Pretty good. Alright, you strike down with great vengeance and furious anger, with your hammer smashing right into the chest of the creature, sending bits of bone and rotten flesh flying everywhere, becoming bespattered with the filth of this creature. And tell me what that does.
7 damage.
7 damage, and you gain some temporary hit points to the tune of
5.
5. Nice. 5 temporary hit points to the one directly to your south, right?
Yes. Because it seems that I have the form of the fearsome ram on, and it seems that When I have the form of the fearsome ram on and use an at will, it pushes the creature 1 square, which seems like it's heading right for those spikes now.
Pushing it 1 square. What spikes? Oh, those spikes, yeah. Alright, let's see if it manages to catch itself. It does, but that just means that it's knocked prone right there, instead of flying into the spikes. You have pronified. Okay. Could you use a fate point to up the roll 1 even if you succeed, says boss? The answer is yes, but I can't see that being particularly helpful because Scito's things are based on the actual die roll. So that wouldn't help him, and I don't know why anyone else would want to do it. Okay, so you've done that. What else you got?
Okay, so Jover has a move and a minor left, which he really doesn't want to go anywhere, and because he wants to keep all these things around him, which is why he has them marked. So seeing all these things around him, he's just going to continue warding off their blows as they batter on his shield, and he's going to quickly quaff that healing potion that he has.
Oh, you're going to pull it out and drink it as your move in minor?
Yeah, and just use that up.
Alright, so you go down to 14 surges. God, you have a lot of surges. And up to 44 hit points. Which makes you super strong. You're basically invincible, dude. Alright.
And that'll do it.
Good stuff. 2 of you have used up potions. Which we will indicate with pink. Pink is the color of potion usage. I'm gonna forget all these fucking marks in like 10 minutes. I'm gonna be like, what's these pink dots? Alright. Drover is done. That makes it Adha's turn. You are grabbed.
Alright, so Adha has again been grabbed. There's these things around her, and she is looking extremely unhappy with this particular situation. Looking around, it doesn't seem like there's any good way to move, no way to really escape. And so, instead of relying so much on her magic, she decides to try a different sort of magic here. And she pulls out her blade and begins swinging it wildly, in a dazzling display of acrobatics. And I'm going to use acrobatics blade trick.
Okay, you are aware that if you don't get out of the grab, you can't actually shift, right?
Yeah,
now,
but
if you kill the enemy first, then you're good, yeah. But if you don't kill it, you won't actually be able to shift while you're still grabbed.
I'm hoping I'll be able to kill it with the... But then again, maybe you're...
It's a cool move, though, because it'll hit 3 different guys.
What would Adha do? She would take a chance.
That's true.
It'll hit 3 guys and...
Yeah, it's great. I'm doing it.
Character.
Alright, so you've got a +9 to hit. Roll against the grabber first.
Alright, can I re-roll that with,
Hold on, that's versus armor class, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Versus armor class. That hits!
Oh, awesome.
Amazingly.
Yeah,
Now against the
indeed.
against the other minion. +9. Okay, you definitely hit that one. And then against the big guy. The Hungerer. That also hits. Okay, so the first 2 are going to be killed. Let's see if the first one survives that. No, it is killed. You are no longer grabbed. So you will not take the ongoing damage. The second one is also slain by your flashing blade, cutting them to pieces as you spin and twist around in a dazzling display of swordsmanship. And the third one you actually have to roll damage on. Fortunately, you don't have combat advantage against it, so there's no sneak attack here.
Okay. I believe I get to reroll on that one. Do I?
No, just d20 rolls.
Oh, right. Yeah. So that was less than. But the good news is I get to shift 3 spaces.
So you open a small cut in that one through the rotting flesh, but it seems to shrug off most of it. Yeah, and you get to shift three squares wherever you want now. You can even go through that one enemy if you so desired, because that's part of the power as well.
I kind of do, because I really want to freaking kill that stupid white. I kind of just want to go after the damn thing and kill it.
So you could go like 1, 2, 3 or something, or... Oh, I said the bodies were challenging terrain, not difficult, so you can actually make an acrobatics check to go into the body squares without problems.
I could also just completely avoid the body squares by going... Oh, wait, no, that's right. Dead body, I forgot. Yeah, the dead bodies. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go... So I can do that?
Oh, the problem is, though, you are going to get an opportunity attack from this guy as you go through there.
Ah, bollocks. Oh, what if I...
No, that's a shift. That can't trigger top.
Oh, that's right. Shift.
You're right. Good call, Nox. Nox is correct. You're not going to get an opportunity attack.
Okay, in that case, then I will shift there. And I don't really have anything, I can do with minor actions.
Yeah, I don't think you really do at this point. Okay, well, you have gotten yourself free, killed a couple zombies, did a little bit of damage, and you got clear of the battle line, basically, so that's pretty good. Up next is the white. The white. Who is going to... Let's see if you tell it. Alright, he's gonna teleport. Over to here.
Oh, finally, you little bastard man.
He's going to... Oh yeah, he's no longer prone. He's no longer prone, so you no longer get a penalty on ranged attacks against him, which is nice. But what he is going to do now is...
Hey, Jen, remember I was joking about being on top of bodies?
He's going to call forth a bolt of crackling, icy cold, necrotic energy around his hand, and he's going to hurl it at you, Jen. 22 versus reflex.
I've done nothing.
So this is going to be painful a little bit. As the grave bolt hits you. For 12 points of cold and necrotic damage. Now here's the interesting thing about that. First of all, your necrotic resistance doesn't help you here because it's doing cold and necrotic damage. And whenever you do mixed damage types, it bypasses resistance unless they can resist both damage types. But, since part of the damage is necrotic, your Vengeful Heart is triggered. Whenever you take necrotic damage,
I guess that's something.
the attacking creature suffers radiant damage, which it's vulnerable to, equal to your charisma modifier. So this was a terrible idea that it just had. It really should not have done this.
It's only for sport.
Jen, if you kill this thing, I'm going to be so very happy.
That would be hilarious.
You are also immobilized by this deathly chill that comes over you.
Oh, I wasn't doing anything anyway. It's fine.
So it takes 4 points, but it's vulnerable, so it actually takes 9 points of radiant damage back from you. Then it's going to spend an action point. Move to right here and attack you with his claws.
Oh my god.
This thing is the worst.
His draining claw. 25 versus armor class.
Yeah.
Really low damage. 7 points. Okay, which admittedly is enough to take you down. But you also lose a healing surge as he sucks it out of you with his draining touch. And he heals. He heals, but he just did necrotic damage to you again. So he takes another 9 points of damage. So that was super not worth it for him. Because he just took 18 points of damage just so that he could heal himself. And wasn't really worth it for him. He's still bloodied. You're down. That's it for the white. That was a terrible turn for him. He just made a terrible tactical error attacking you. That if you hadn't had that, he'd have 18 more hit points left. He'd be a lot stronger, and you'd be down, and things would be ugly. But since you managed to do 18 points of damage to him in the course of getting knocked down yourself, that actually is gonna work out really great for you guys. Which makes it the Hungerer's turn. There are 3 Hungerers remaining, all of whom are marked by Drover. All of whom are marked by Drover. So this one to the north is going to attack Drover with combat advantage for flanking with Feed the Hungry. Give me a +5. 21 versus Fortitude this time.
That'll hit.
Alright, so what it actually does is it grabs you, it rips you with its claws to the tune of minimum. You guys are getting lucky. To the tune of 9 damage. You've got 5 temps. So those are gone, and you take 4 points of regular damage, and it slides you up to 3 squares. So it's going to try to slide you into this poison. Make a saving throw. Ooh, it slides you into the poison. You take 5 more points of poison damage immediately. Oh shit, you had 40, right? Now you have 35. And you take ongoing 5 poison damage. Save ends. Then during this slide, with this Feed the Hungry ability, he basically pushes you into the claws of one of his allies. So one of his allies there gets to attack you as well. For critical hit versus AC. Oh, this is getting rough for poor Drover all of a sudden. As that hits you for 18. As the claws rip and tear right through your hide armor, ripping a nasty gash in your back. And you feel the hot blood trickling down, along with a lot of pain, and you are now bloodied.
That'll send Drover into beast form.
Okay, he automatically goes into beast form, like, immediately, right? Mad Cow Frenzy, immediately enter beast form. Must remain in beast form.
And that also triggers 5 temporary hit points.
Oh yeah, what is that from? Oh, Bull's Vigor?
Yes.
Nice, 5 more temporary hit points, okay. You get those. It's a 3-square slide, up to 3 squares. So he slides you there, then he attempts to slide you into the other poison pool. Roll another saving throw.
I'm gonna go swimming.
You take another 5 points. That gets rid of your temporary hit points as this horrible, noxious poison starts soaking right into your skin, and you can feel it in your bloodstream in an instant, making you sick. So that was just one guy's turn. That was just one guy's standard action. After he does that, he's gonna move up onto Adha menacingly. The next one over here is going to move into position against Adha. Oh, I need to make sure that I've indicated that he used that power. And also attempt to feed the hungry.
It was prone, though.
Which one was
the one that you just moved?
Oh, yeah. Where was it?
It
Here?
was, yeah.
It had to be next to the spikes, because I tried to push it to the spikes. It was 1 down.
Okay, it will crawl to here and attempt it. Has a -2 to hit for being prone, and a +2 to hit for combat advantage. So it just cancels out. It just cancels out. Critical hit. What?
Okay, activating Lucky Miss.
Oh, good idea. Okay. So you use Lucky Miss to turn that, or he has to re-roll it, right? 17 versus Fortitude. Probably still gonna hit.
Yeah, that hit.
Okay. So he will not crit you, though, so this is only going to do regular damage. 11 points as his claws rake through your flesh of your leg, just tearing right through your pants, through your leather leg armor, bringing you down to 15. You are now bloodied. And that also lets him slide you 3 squares, and an ally adjacent can make an at-will attack against you as a free action. So his buddy over there is going to attempt to attack you as a free action with his claws, with combat advantage. +7. Oof. Getting really decent rolls here. That gets you for 14. You have 1 hit point left.
However, Drover is going to let out this bullish, just screaming, "Moo!" and cause vines to wrap around that creature and hurl it into the spikes.
Alright, Warden's grasp.
Yes.
Slide the target 1 square. Target is slowed and cannot shift. Okay. Hold on, first of all. No. I guess this happens right now before the rest of that slide happens. So you're going to try to hurl him into the spikes. He's going to try to resist that. And he fails. So he does go into the spikes. And he does take 2d6. 24 points, sadly. Okay, then Adha still gets slid, so Adha's gonna attempt to get slid into this poison pool up here. So now you can make a saving throw. Alright, you succeed, so instead you fall prone here instead of going into the poison. Then there's the third hungerer, who's going to come over here. Move to this position. And attack with Feed the Hungry as well. 14 versus Fortitude. Probably miss, right? Nope.
Nope. That hit.
Okay. In that case, he's going to do a d10 plus 8. So that time it was 15 damage. Bringing you down to negative 14. And because these guys are dicks, you can slide and another target can make an attack against you as a free action, which they might as well. So this other guy is going to attack with his claws too. That one misses versus your armor class. And he tries to slide you into the pool again, which I guess you can try to resist even though you're... Yeah, alright, so you stay prone right there. You don't move anywhere. You are now unconscious and dying. Oh, you know what I forgot though? Hold on. He missed you. Last attack roll was what versus your fortitude? 14?
Yep.
Should have been a 12, but that still would have hit. The other attack roll against you was I think they all hit by at least 2. So that one was a 20. Yeah, those all hit your fortitude by more than 2, so the mark minus didn't come into play. Alright, so Adha's down and dying. The hungerers are done. Fela, what are you gonna... Oh, shit. Fela's down. So, Fela needs to make a death save. Here we go. We saw it the other night with all the 20s on death saves. It can happen. Roll a d6, Scito. Alright, you make your death save. You do not slip closer to the grave. Roll a d6 again, Scito. Okay, you're good. Torch stays lit at least. At least there's that. Alright, the rotters are gonna go. Nox, it's all you now.
The torch is dead on the ground in your hand.
And Drover's possessed by the frenzy.
You've got The white's so close, though.
God damn it.
The Rotters. How many Rotters are left alive? Just one? No, there's 3. Alright. This one is going to charge at Nox. And because you're bloodied, he gets a +2 to hit on this. Yeah, it doesn't manage to hit you, however. Then the next one will move up to here and attack you. I think they're no longer granting combat advantage. You can do this, Nox. You can do it! Spirit of the Healing Flood! You don't have that, huh? +8 versus AC. Uh-oh. It gets you. So its claws and sink in. Well, it doesn't really. These ones don't really have much in the way of claws. Its fingers sink into your flesh and it grabs on tight and it starts biting and gnawing at your back, taking you down to 12 hit points. And you are now grabbed and taking ongoing 2 different kinds of ongoing damage. One, though, only if you don't escape. The other
That
one
is
comes.
a lot of status effects.
It is a lot of status effects. This one comes over and fails. Even in your desperate state with a zombie on your back and everything, you still manage to swing your horns and your head around and knock it away before it can grab onto you. And that makes it your turn, Drover. Oh, you're
Thanks.
in a bad way. You're in a bad way, huh? Because of your mad cow frenzy. You don't have a lot of choices.
Yeah, the one that last attacked Jover is the one to the northwest.
Do you have any AoEs left?
No.
Fun.
Yeah, I burned a lot of those up. Well, burned all of those up with the theatrics last session.
So what does it mean? You have to attack the last enemy who damaged you.
Yes.
Which was which one? This one, I think?
It was
That's the
either
one-
that one or that one or that one. I'm not sure.
One of them walked up and grabbed you. This fight's DC was not too high. This fight was 100% winnable.
No, I agree. It was winnable.
Technically, it's still winnable.
Yes, technically, but I'm saying practically speaking, I think this fight went too far in the other direction. Like the last fight was a case where it ended up being too easy. This one ended up being a bit too much in the other direction.
Yeah, I fucked up. We would have been fine if I had not fucked up my last turn.
How'd you mess up?
If I had have healed myself properly and used like Healer's Mercy this turn.
I see.
Yeah.
Is there anything that Drover can save against on him?
The poison.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because if you
like
don't
that.
save against that, you're going to take 5 right now. That's right. So make that save. Okay, so the poison's gone. You don't take the poison damage. That's the nice thing about being a warden. You can avoid that at the start of your turn. However, you are grabbed by this one right here. And that's, I think, the last one that damaged you.
Okay. Jover is just going to rise back up, and he's going to just start embracing this frenzy and fall victim to it, and just start attempting to tear this creature limb from limb that would dare harm him with a savage rend.
Okay.
For 11. Versus reflex.
Some of these guys don't have... Oh, they don't have hit points because they're minions. 11 versus reflex actually probably hits. No. No, their reflex is surprisingly better than some other stuff. I mean, it's not very good, but it's a little better than 11 anyway. Okay. Well, you do not successfully hit it. What else are you going to do on your turn?
Thinking, in an ironic twist of fate, this is, Drover's going to mark everything around him with Nature's Wrath.
Nature's Wrath. Oh yeah, and these other marks are going to go away.
Yeah, and every other green mark is gone.
But these guys get some green marks. I guess that's all you can do with your Blood Frenzy.
Unless I can use the... I mean, it says that I have to use the standard to do the damage-dealing attack and stay adjacent to that creature. Is there anything Drover can do, possibly by turning to Fela and attempting to, invoke her second wind or something to that effect?
That would be a standard action.
Standard. Yeah, that's exactly what Drover doesn't have.
Right. So I guess technically you could shift one square if you wanted to and still remain adjacent to that guy. I don't know if there's any advantage to that.
Nah, I think he'll stay right there.
Okay. Ought to make a death save. Here comes a 20. 17. Well, you don't get closer to death. You don't get farther away either.
Yay.
Didn't make a couple d6 rolls also. I don't think it's going to matter, but you never know. The white's turn. White is going to throw a grave bolt at Drover. Oh, Drover didn't escape on his turn either, so he takes that 5 points of damage from being gnawed on by the biter.
Could Drover have used his minor move to try to escape?
Yeah, he could. Go ahead. Make athletics or acrobatics check. Yeah, you got it. You escaped. So you're not grabbed, and you don't take that 5 points of damage. And you get to remove some of these icons. Okay. The white is going to throw a grave bolt at Drover. A crackling ball of cold, icy cold, necrotic energy was flying at you. And he critically fails, so he loses the rest of his turn. Nice. No more. He doesn't get to do any of his little tricks.
Our first stroke of luck.
Alright, so the ball just goes flying, and the white seems to be trying to control the energy, but it's gotten away from him, and he ends up losing his concentration for a few seconds. Oh,
and it ends up killing a minion, or 7.
It ends up killing a minion. Now all the hungers get to go, though. This won't be great for you, probably. Alright. Let's see if Feed the Hungry recharges. First guy. Yes. Second guy. Yes. Third guy.
That's nice.
No. They have another ability they haven't used yet, which is not what you want to hear right now. Alright. This guy's going to move in, and he's going to do a blood feast. Because you are bloodied, he just starts biting and ripping at your open wounds and, like, sucking the blood out of you. +9 versus AC with combat advantage because you are flanked. Oh, but you fight him off in some desperate last bovine throes of frenzy. You fight him off, and he doesn't get you. This next one is going to come in and do the exact same thing. He doesn't have flanking on you, though. And again, you manage to jam him right in the mouth with your shield, and it just knocks his head clean back. If he was a human, an ordinary living person, that would have been a very painful jolt to his neck, but since he's just the Walking Dead, it doesn't seem to faze him. But he doesn't manage to attack you. This one needs to stand up from prone. And then all he can do after that, I guess he could... No, he can't charge you. He doesn't have any squares to go into. So he's just going to move. I'll move to here. You're now pretty surrounded, buddy. Fela's turn, make a death save. Roll a 20. Oh, so close.
19's almost to 20.
You know, you could spend a fate point.
Or, isn't there something that gives a +1 against saves?
You guys
Divine
get a +2
14.
to death saves. You guys all get a +2 to death saves. As part of your thing. And you don't have to get a natural 20 on a death save. You just have to get a 20 modified. So that actually is enough for you to spend a healing surge right now and get up, and your surge value is 8, so you have 8 big hit points. That's all you get to do on your turn, though. You're still laying there, but... Oh, you can make a save against that. Oh, wait, how long does that immobilized last? Save ends. Okay, you can make a save against that immobilized. You can make 2, in fact. Because you've had 2 turns now with it on you. Alright, you're no longer immobilized. So you were laying there, prone, conscious though. Nobody knows that you're conscious yet.
I'm just gonna pretend that I'm dead.
When we pretend that we're dead. Okay. You're good to go. You guys are gonna win now.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep, I'm feeling really good.
Thing is, you could.
As I cough up blood.
It's actually possible. It's actually still possible. Alright, Fela's done. The Rotters are all just going to attack Drover. So this one to the south here, this one's no longer grabbing. This one to the south here has combat advantage because he's flanking you, plus he gets a +2 to hit against a bloody target. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus AC. He doesn't hit though, even with a +10.
Nice.
He tries to gnaw on your shoulder and he just can't get through the hide. This one here is just going to attack without combat advantage. +8 versus AC. And he can't get through your hide either. So they're all just trying to gnaw on you and bite. They're just surrounding you and biting and clawing, and like none of it is hurting you. Then the one to the northwest does have combat advantage. Oh, and he gets you. He gets you for 5 points, and you are grabbed and all that nonsense again. You have so many things on you that you can't even see them all with the...
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for the Rotters, though. There's only 3 of them, and they're done. Drover, you're still in Mad Cow Frenzy. Man, if you could just get healed, this would be a beautiful day. Actually, I think on Fela's next turn, she can really do some amazing shit.
Jover will snort angrily at the one that would dare harm him, turn his wrathful, frenzied bovine attention on him, and just lash out with his hooved claws and try to rip it asunder.
Which one? Which one was the one that just hit you?
The one with combat advantage, which could be 2 of them.
Oh, it was this guy that just grabbed you. This guy right here.
Okay.
What is this ongoing damage on this guy? What? I don't understand what... Oh, that's your ongoing damage. It's not on him, it's on you. It's just overlaps with his icon.
It's a special thing. You get to push the ongoing damage to the one that's to the right, the left of you.
Nice. Okay, do it. Kill that guy. Critical
Nice.
hit. How you like that shit? Baby, that's what you get. Another critical hit. On a minion.
On a minion.
Oh, and total dick move. He gets back up, too. So, you knock him down. He's no longer grabbing you, though. You knock him down, but he immediately rises back up with the deathless hunger of the undead fueling him. You're no longer grabbed and all that, though. No, wait! Wait! Never mind. It's right there in there. That doesn't count if he's killed with a critical hit. He doesn't get that. That's actually part of the thing, so never mind. He doesn't get back up. He's done.
Ah.
Alright, so
Excellent.
then the question becomes, what else can you do on your turn? You've killed the one that last hit you, so you can technically move wherever you want now, even though you're surrounded by a shitload of enemies.
I remember asking this before. Does that mean that it reverts to the second to last one that hit you over, or does it just... is that compulsion simply gone?
It's gone for this round. Next round, the compulsion will be back with whoever damaged you last, even if that was somebody that damaged you 2 rounds ago. Actually, no, I don't need. It doesn't need to be like that. It could be whoever damaged you in the last round, and if nobody damaged you in the last round, then... But by the time your turn comes around again, odds are pretty good that someone will have damaged you.
True, and probably the second to last thing might get a little difficult in trying to remember which one did it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
Too bad. Has anybody used their second wind in this fight?
I haven't.
I don't think
Nope.
you have.
I didn't really have a chance between, having my guts torn out.
Nice.
You can't, though, while you're in this
Exactly.
mad cow frenzy, because you have to spend your standard action.
Yeah.
Unless you had an action point. If you still had an action point, you could, but yeah.
As it turns out, though, these bodies very comfy to lie and die upon.
Yeah, they're nice for that. They're nice for that. So really, since you guys have that +2, you really only have to roll an 18 or higher to get back up, which,
That's all.
which isn't bad. And if you rolled a 17, you could spend a fate point to make it an 18. So,
You can do
good
it,
chances
Adha.
of...
Well, I mean, I technically could have done that, but it's now way past that time.
Yeah. We'll keep it in mind for next time, hopefully.
Just to be sure, bull rushing is standard action, right?
Yes, it is a standard action. So, are you going to do anything else?
I think that's got to be it.
Okay, Drover. It's Adha's turn. Make that death save. This is your moment. This is your moment. It's not your moment.
No, it's not.
Actually, I imagine Drover would still mark everything with Nature's Wrath and then end his turn.
Oh yeah, you might as
Like
well
in another
mark 'em.
act of defiance.
Just to show these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
They're all marked.
That he's got beef with him.
Adha begins to slip closer to the grave. Alright, the white. The white does not realize that Fela is conscious. So the white is yet again going to attempt to fling a grave bolt at Drover. Technically, this provokes an opportunity attack from Adha, but I don't think you want to make it.
Oh, you mean from Fela?
I mean from Fela, yeah.
It would probably be a bad idea.
Gonna try to throw a grave bolt at you. 24 versus reflex.
That'll hit.
This could be where it gets bad.
Oh, at this point, this is when it's getting bad.
11 damage. Oh no! That's okay.
Up until this point, totally cool.
Still Fela's turn to save the day. 11 damage, you are down, you are dying. But that's really not the end of it. You are also immobilized by the icy chill of the grave. Then he walks over, and this is where it gets bad though, and he attempts to hit you with his draining claw. Since you're helpless, how does that work? I think since you're helpless, it makes it like an automatic critical hit or something. Combat advantage. Yeah, he can do like a... Well, he's just going to attack. I don't remember how the coup de grace thing worked because it's not in the rules compendium, I don't think. So, he's got combat advantage. Double combat advantage. So, he'll just attack with a plus 13 versus AC. Just barely gets you. You lose a healing surge, and... D6 plus 4. Minimum damage again, almost. 7 more damage, which takes you to negative 11. Which you're fine at negative 11. You lose a healing surge, which you're good. You still have 13 left. But he gets to heal as he sucks life out of you. Which really isn't great for you guys.
Ah, crap.
He is still bloodied, however. He is still bloodied. And now he thinks he's won, and he looks up like he's looking for the stands, looking for the crowd.
Victory for the Deathmaster! Once again, the dead prove stronger than the living.
He seems pretty proud of himself. The Hunger's turn. They don't think they have any enemies left, so... The thing is, though, realistically, they would really just start eating you.
Oh, God.
I mean, they're gonna just eat you at this point. That's the thing.
But they would take like 999 damage because they're eating beef.
That's true. No one can eat beef. Oh, they can all just blood feast you now. Alright, I'm just gonna break it down here. This is gonna do so much damage between the three of them that it's just gonna kill you. I don't need to make any rolls. So, the three hungerers just feast upon the delicious beefy goodness that is Drover. And Drover is no longer dying, he is now dead. The death of Drover. Fela, what you gonna do?
Oh my shit!
Oh, I just realized Adha's out of range of your heals. Just barely. No!
Oh my gosh, she's not. No way.
No, she's out of range. Why? Why?
Oh my god, just barely. Fuck.
Well, you're prone.
All I can do is get up and try to attack him with my pathetic attacks.
No, you don't. No, look, you could crawl a little ways.
Crawling
Of course,
seems better.
But that's going to provoke 2 opportunity attacks, though.
From the boss and the tough guy.
You could stand up and then shift and then do 1 heal. But I was hoping you could do Healer's Word and Healer's Mercy, which you could do hypothetically, but you can't get Adha with either of those from where you are. If you crawled... Okay, look, I'm gonna let you attempt to fake these undead out who don't notice that you're conscious. So make a bluff check.
Oh my god.
Bluff or stealth, your choice. You're terrible at both of them, so... Well, you're okay
I
at
know. Bluff. I think I'm okay at bluff yet. +4.
Bluff. Bluff. Hypothetically, you could still save the day and kill this white.
I was gonna try and quietly get Adha up and then like actually try and kill the white, but I don't think that's even... I have no idea how much he has left, but...
You could try instead a using skills creatively action. You could try to make a religion check. It won't be an easy check. If you make it, you can extend the range of your divine powers this turn only by really digging deep and trying to call upon your divine powers. So, make a religion check. This will be a minor action. But if you do it...
Alright.
all might not be lost. Okay, you were 1 point shy of what you needed.
Can I still spend one to put one on there?
You can put it, yes, you can spend a fate point and you can increase that to an 18, which is what you needed. And now you can affect Adha with your healing powers this round. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to use all the heals?
Well, that was just a minor action. So I can use one thing. I can healing word her, I guess.
Well, you could use Healing Word and Healer's Mercy if you want.
Oh, is Healer's Mercy is free?
Because it'd be using your standard and your minor, and then another minor, and not moving.
Oh yeah. Instead of
course,
moving.
These enemies are going to be well aware of what you're doing here. All right. I think you should go all in on the heals.
That seems like the best thing. I can't even do anything with Drover.
So, first things first. Are you doing Healer's Mercy or are you doing Healing Word first?
Alright, I guess Healing Word.
Alright, so the Healing Word is going to be a d6 plus 10 plus Adha's surge value of 7.
That's plus 7.
21 points Adha gets healed for, so you're up to 21. And then, if you use Healer's Mercy after that, both of you get to spend a surge and get another 10 points of healing as well.
Yeah.
So that means Adha will get another 17, bringing her up to full health. And you'll get 17. No, you'll get... What's your surge value? 8. You'll get 18.
I'm weakened and on the floor.
Bringing you to 26. I think neither of you are bloodied now.
So I'm gonna try and do all this.
But you are weakened.
All right.
You're gonna call upon
I'm gonna try
your
and
god.
build this to make. Yeah, call upon my gods. I don't even give a shit about my gods. They already failed me earlier. But I'm gonna make a dramatic display for these guys, if they care, of boosting myself. Hopefully to take the sights off of me healing Adha at the same time.
Alright. Make another bluff check. With a +1. Let's just see.
Just gonna like cough and gag.
Maybe
Just
they
go
don't
really
notice
over the
that
top
you
with
also
it.
healed Adha. Maybe they don't notice the holy light
Yeah.
descending upon.
Exactly. Well, I mean, they're feasting on Drover. They're very much focusing on what they're doing here, and I'm just, God damn it.
Well, the good news is these undead don't really have the best insight. Actually, they have
These are
enough insight to not buy that.
Insightful dead.
The rotters are not fooled. The rotters are fooled. The white and the hunger is not so much. But they are.
Though the
filled with
rotters are all I
hatred toward
need.
you. Yeah?
Adha can do it.
Oh man, if only that guy hadn't just healed himself. You had a great chance. Now it's a lot more sketchy. Alright. That's the end of your turn. You've healed people beautifully. And now the rotters are gonna come after you.
I'll just laugh.
This one comes after you. Attacks with combat advantage because you're prone. Tries to grab you.
I'm also weakened, remember.
And you are weak and tries to grab you, but is unable to gain purchase as you kick him off, fiercely fighting for your life. This one. Comes up here. Attacks you with a +10. Wait. +8 with 2 rolls, actually. Alright, he grabs you, and he starts gnawing on you.
He is still marked, however, so he gets a -2 penalty, even though someone's dead.
Alright, he's still hit. Good call, though. Good call. Actually, I think marks actually go away as soon as the marking person goes unconscious.
There's actually one thing I forgot. Ferocity. Drover could have made a melee attack as he died.
Okay. And who would he have made that against?
That's a good question.
Where was the white when he died?
No,
I
the white
think the
wasn't
white
next to
was
him.
1 square away. I don't think he would have been...
And what is that? Just a melee basic, right?
Melee basic, yeah.
With hooves, that's pretty tough, though.
He's got horns.
It would have been a 12. Because it would be in beast form, it would have been Savage Rend.
Yeah, that wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the only rotters that are left, right? There's only 2? I'm so confused by all these stacks of monsters and bodies and so forth. Alright, there's only 2 rotters left. They did their thing. They're done. One of them's now grabbing you. This one with the brown dot is grabbing you. Drover, unfortunately, is dead and can never take a turn again.
Oh.
Adha, you are at full health and prone.
Okay. So Adha's going to suddenly just feel this strange energy filling her. In fact, it's not just like waking her up, it's suffusing her. Her wounds are suddenly knitting shut, and her eyes snap open, almost as if she had just laid down to sleep, albeit in the most disgusting bed possible. And as she cranes her neck up, she sees this chaos. She sees poor, sweet Drover. God, it still hurts to talk about. Poor sweet Drover, cut down in the prime of his life. God. Okay, 1 sec. Be strong. Okay. And she's going to get up, which will consume half her move action, right?
No, an entire move action.
Well, fuck me. Entire move action? Great. Right?
yeah.
She's going to get up. Now, damn it. It's right outside the radius. Why is that stupid white right outside the radius? Okay.
What radius?
Right. Oh, yeah, and I'll also roll the d6s.
Yes, D6s. You're good. As long as you don't roll a 5 or a 6 twice, you're good.
Yep. All right. In that case, Adha's going to get up, and she is going to her eyes are going to narrow down this white, this cause of so much pain, suffering, and bovine cruelty, and she's going to move forward with a powerful.
A powerful what?
A powerful, deft strike.
And throw your sword?
Yep. Gonna throw my sword.
This is the first time you've thrown your sword, right?
It is.
Sword throwing hype! You know how kind I am of a DM? The enemy grants you combat advantage for this attack because they're so surprised by you throwing your sword. They were so not expecting that you get combat advantage for it. However, he also has cover from that other zombie in the way.
So practically speaking, while it will allow me to do sneak attack damage, it won't affect the hitting part.
Right. Unless you spend 2 fate points to get another combat advantage?
Screw it, I'm going all in. I'm spending 2 fate points.
Might as well.
Yep, spending 2 fate points, so I
Alright,
get to roll.
so now you get 2 rolls, base bonus. Now the question is, this is an interesting one. Which attack are you going to use? And there could be a reason not to use Chaos Bolt. But it's a kind of a luck thing.
I know, because if I do Radiant, but because I already moved, I had to move to get here, so I'm using...
Oh, yeah, you can't... You have to use Death Strike. Never mind. Yeah, forget everything I just said.
Yeah. No, but I get the idea. So I'm going to throw my sword.
So you're at a +8 versus AC, +1 for narration. Wait, let me hear the sword throwing narration. If it's really good, it could be a +2.
So Adha, she goes forward. The pain of watching her dear sweet Drover lost, etched in her mind. She takes all that pain. She focuses it into the hilt of her blade. She thinks of the strange white-haired Fela who saved her with their last gasp and now is being savaged by these other beasts. And she swears, not again. as energy begins to swell in the blade, and then she hefts it back and throws it forward as it cuts towards the white.
Okay, cool. You can have a +2. So +10, 2 rolls. This is going to be a great time to crit. Okay, you didn't crit, but you did hit, for sure. And you do get to do sneak attack damage here. D10 plus 5 plus 2d6, I guess.
Well,
15 points. Hey, that's not bad. Alright, your blade whistles through the air and actually slashes from shoulder to hip across the chest of the white. It has a look of absolute surprise on its face, and it just... as it wasn't expecting that, and then your blade flies back through the air with great speed, back to your hand. Did you stand up? You did stand up. Okay. You stood up, and you threw your sword, and you have a minor action left, which I don't think you can really do. Do you still have your potion? You still have your potion.
I do.
mean, yeah, you can't drink it right now, but... Oh, but you can only hold 2 things. Right now you're holding the torch and your sword.
I don't suppose I can just pour it all over Nox or something and bring him back?
Not Nox.
the
He's
sword is
actually
back.
dead. You could use it on Fela, hypothetically, but you couldn't use it on Nox. He's actually dead. Yeah, so maybe there's no reason to do that right now. So I guess you're probably done?
Yep. Looks like it.
Okay.
Well, okay, guys. Come on.
Oh, what is going to happen? Alright, this white doesn't even care about you. It's so much more concerned with Fela and with healing itself. So, it's actually going to make a ranged attack against Fela whilst next to you. So you can technically make and there's no reason not to now, you can make a melee basic attack against it as an opportunity attack. But
Yay.
your melee basic attack is unbelievably awful. It's so bad I didn't even put it on your sheet. Because you're basically just kicking him. With an 8 strength.
What is it? What do I get?
Your melee basic attack is -1.
That's fine. I'll be fine.
Go for it. You can do it.
Alright, -1 from that.
Yeah, alright, so you try to kick him but it doesn't work out. He's gonna try to fling a grave bolt directly down upon you. Oh, are you grabbed?
I am grabbed.
Oh, never mind. He doesn't even need to use a grave bolt then. He's just gonna attack you with his claws because you're already immobilized by being grabbed. You're prone. It gives him a +2 for combat advantage. Oof, what's your AC?
No.
Nope. Alright, so he gets you with his draining claw, unfortunately. You lose a healing surge. You lose 2d6 plus 4 cold and necrotic. Oh! Wait a minute. Stop. Back up. He's not going to attack you. Which is better for you than if he did. He's not going to heal himself by attacking you. Because he remembers what it was like the last time. And it was fucking awful. So he's going to leave you the fuck alone. Actually.
Hiss at him and laugh.
So instead... He's gonna shift to here. But he doesn't have to shift, he can teleport. I already forgot what he can do. He can teleport anywhere he wants. So, well, not anywhere he wants, but close enough. Alright. He's actually going to just use his horrific visage again. And his face just elongates and distorts into this twisted, horrific mask of monstrous doom. His eyes glow with black necrotic energy. And he lets out a sound that just goes on. And the terror of it washes over you and Adha. And so versus Fela. $18 versus Will. Just barely gets you. And versus Adha. 21 versus Will. So both of you are struck with this terrifying fear, and it damages your mind to the tune of 12 points of psychic damage each.
Hey, I get a resistance against that.
You do, so you resist 5, right? So that
Yep.
means you only take 7. Hey, you finally got to use that resistance.
Yay!
And both of you are pushed up to 3 squares. Undead allies in the burst gain 5 temporary hit points. But unfortunately, that's only 2 of the zombies. Alright, you're going to be pushed. So, first of all, make a saving throw, Fela. Whoa!
Yeah.
So you do not get pushed into the spikes, and in fact, you just end up prone where you are.
Aww.
Which you already were. Scito, make a saving throw.
Oh, I get to reroll.
Okay. You are not pushed into the poison, you are simply knocked prone where you are. That's his standard action. As a minor action, this guy's such a dick. He's going to empower the zombie next to him, transforming him into a hungerer.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because in case you didn't have enough of those on the board. Standard minor, and then he's going to teleport. He's not happy with this whole situation, really. And he's done. The hungers, oh god, there's a lot of hungerers. It's the Hungerer games up in here. I don't think they're marked anymore. Because Drover's turn came and went. I don't think anybody's marked anymore.
Yeah, no one would be marked. That would have been the second turn.
Okay, this one here does not recharge. Okay, there's 4 fucking hungerers. Oh, Jen, you're about to get eaten in the face. This one moves up to here. This is gonna be ugly. He's gonna do... You're not bloodied, are you?
I am.
Oh, you totally are. Oh my god, you have so many things on you. Look how far it extends. That's
So many
crazy.
things. Yeah.
You are bloodied, so he's gonna blood feast. Plus +7 double roll versus AC. Critical hit. Well, that sucks for you, because that's going to do 12, 21 damage by itself, and you're grabbed. But the 21 is going to take you to Nightmare Town. You are once again down and dying. Oh my gosh. This one here is just gonna, he's done messing around here. He's gonna blood feast on you as well. And he's gonna get you for 15 more damage. Taking you to -27, which I'm pretty sure kills you. Yeah, he eats you and you die. He eats you and you die. This one is immobilized. No, he's not. That was the person next to him that was immobilized. This one here is going to come after Adha. And attack with a charging claw. Will hit against armor class.
Love you all.
What did I roll?
No, I was just saying I love you all to Nox and Jen, even though I guess they're dead now.
It was a valiant effort. It was a valiant effort. $10 damage as he claws you, ripping through your leather armor and your flesh. You feel the filth from his claws immediately sickening you. And he can slide you 1 square, so make another saving throw. Alright, you're not slid into the poison. The final one is gonna come over here and blood feast you. Tries to just stick his mouth right onto your open bleeding wound and just bite and suck on the blood. He's got double combat advantage, +7, 2 rolls. Critically hits you on a 19. I think we know which direction this is going. 21 damage and you're grabbed. So I guess now we can pretty much call this one over.
Well,
We tried.
So the 3 of you are defeated in the arena. However, your masters, who have spent so much time experimenting with you and molding your minds and bodies as they see fit, are not simply going to lose their investment. So they will return you from the grave, as it is a trivial matter for them to do so. Hey, what's up, Tim? Hold on, I think I missed some stuff in the chat. What about Scito's torch? Yeah. How's it going? Everyone have a good time? Your lost cuts the deepest. We shall never surrender any. This cow pasture is a subject of the empire. Alright, boss is probably quoting from something. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Welcome.
do they at least stop the fight before I get killed?
No.
No, they eat you. They let them eat you.
They'd wait until after they eat you.
What dicks?
Well,
I don't even blame the hungerers, because all they want to do is eat your brains. They're non-reasonable.
no one's gonna eat your eyes.
Exactly.
Alright. The Deathmaster and his undead forces have defeated you. Now here's the funny thing. You guys could do this fight over from the beginning right now, and you would definitely win.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing now what you didn't know at the start of the fight before, you would definitely win. It's one of those things where, it can go either way, but not have. Well, that's actually true of a lot of fights in D&D, or at least 4E especially. If you can do the same fight a second time, you generally win, even if you lost the first time, because you
Look at all those dead rotters.
You did kill a lot of zombies.
We killed so many, and that
There
guy
were a
was
whole lot of them. Mhm.
weak. We could have killed him fast.
And I still think we did really well, like with rolls and luck and all that kind of stuff. Regardless,
Except for the parts where you didn't, like when I kept critting
There-
you and stuff.
There was a lot of 20s against us.
Yeah.
And I should have used more before I went down. But we didn't do any damage to the white for a long time.
The good news is now we have our group's Malthus Strand.
Yeah, this guy. I gotta give him a name now, because you guys have a mortal enemy here.
Well, sort of mortal.
Yeah, an immortal enemy, I guess. So you're defeated, but it's not the end for you. You awaken later, back in the dream plane, floating. And that's where we're going to end tonight's game. But here's what I want you to think about between now and the next session, because this is what's coming next. In this next scene, all of your characters are going to have dreams based on the memories you've regained, based on what you've learned about your current situation. You're going to have a series of dreams, and I am not going to tell you what those dreams are. You are going to tell us what those dreams are. So now you have time to think about that before the next session. And then we'll go from there. So I know it's not fun to lose a fight. You guys are probably a little bit demoralized about that. I'm sorry, but you learned a lot, I think, in this encounter. And that's what this is all about, is learning.
And as I said, I get the sense that a part of the reason for these fights is sort of to gauge what we can sort of handle as a group.
Yeah. Yes, boss. If they had killed the white, all of the other zombies would have died. And they were really close at one point. He was down to like 15 hit points.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to go over. If it just hadn't freaking teleported them back. Oh, God, that teleporting.
Yeah, the teleporting sucked. Mm-hmm.
Well, without the teleporting, the fight would have been over in 2 rounds.
True.
He wasn't that tough. I mean, he only had 96 hit points. 94 hit points. And his defenses weren't that great. So, I mean, he was actually fairly easy to kill. You just had to actually be able to get up on him and do it, or hit him with ranged attacks before he got too far away. But the key was you needed to ignore all the other zombies and just do everything in your power to go after him. As soon as you were attacking the other zombies is when you were putting yourself in trouble. I mean, maybe Drover could have kept the zombies busy, but really, Adha and Fela especially needed to really go after that guy to the exclusion of everything else. To the extent that that would have been possible, which again wouldn't have been easy, but you might have pulled it off.
So what you're saying is it was mine and Jen's fault.
Oh,
Well, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. It was only your fault,
my
Scito.
fault?
Yeah, just Cytos. Let's not put it on Jen.
Oh no, I screwed up one of my turns really bad.
What did you do? Oh, when you didn't heal
I
yourself
did
that one
nothing,
time?
really. I should have hit it. I mean, I couldn't do a lot, but I should have at least tried to hit the white or something and heal myself properly.
But
I don't know.
okay.
I still might have gone down, though. I don't know.
Possibly one thing that might have worked is that if Fela had used her minor action to kind of, double the illumination of a torch, might have been able to get the white in sight, but I doubt it still, regardless.
Does it double the
Which we had
range?
remembered a lot earlier. Because how long would that have lasted, the doubling of illumination?
Is
Oh,
there a
the
time
doubling.
on
I
it?
forgot she could do that. That's actually a really cool thing she could hypothetically have done as well.
Because if it would last for the length of the torch after that, then yeah, I could have just gone after the white because then I would have been able to see it.
Oh yeah, it doesn't specify how long it lasts, so
Yeah, just
I
5
guess it
seconds.
lasts for the duration of that light source.
Okay, I'm writing that down right now. Okay.
I will remember that.
It's only a minor action too. That's nice. Honestly though, considering this was a very difficult, or at least potentially very difficult encounter, you guys did well.
Well, you know, it was still fun. It's better when we know that we're not dead.
Yeah, that's
True.
true.
I mean, if Nox had died right in front of us, like literally died, there would have been real weeping coming through the microphone.
Yeah, hopefully you won't actually die when it comes time for battles.
Oh, I
where
also
you can
get
actually
debuffs
die.
if people go down in front of me. Although, actually, nobody went down in front of me while I was alive.
Oh, you were unconscious when everybody went down?
I was unconscious when Nox went down and when Adha went down, so yeah, I didn't get that this time, but...
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah, very convenient.
I know we said we'd go till 8, but it's 7:30, and I figured we might as well stop. Just, we're at a nice natural
probably-
transition point, and
Yeah.
that way we can start the next session off with the role-playing.
All right, and so I guess we'll get doing those dream things. So, do you want to end the session now?
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end this recording.
That's right.
So, thanks everybody for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Dungeons & Dragons, the Scions of the Sacred Homebrew 4th Edition D&D campaign with Nox, Jen, and Scito. See you next time.